Hey, 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 hey. Thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for being with us tonight. I'm going to go on and off with my glasses. I'm streaming into a couple of groups tonight, so this is new for me. So thank you very much for joining. I've got two wonderful hostesses tonight, Miss Cam and Miss Samantha. So thank you for being here. So when I get finished, I'll go back through and look at the comments because they won't come up as I'm going. Which, of course, Cam, last week, whenever we were doing your mom's party, I wasn't able to see those comments then. So I feel like it was a Gina thing, but it might be a Facebook thing as well. I might get to be able to blame it on Facebook, but it might just be me. So the first thing that I want to say is thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how much I appreciate you sharing me with your family and friends. That's the biggest compliment that you could ever give me. So thank you very, very much. I'm going to go over a few housekeeping rules, and then we're going to get started. I hope that everybody has a piece of paper. Whether it's your old envelope, a sticky note, your thigh, I don't care what it is. Draw you a tic-tac-toe board on it. I'm going to ask that you put your name and telephone number in one corner, and then I'm going to ask that you put your hostess's name in the other corner. And so it's either Cameron or it's Miss Samantha. Okie doke. So your name and number and your hostess's name, because when these come in at the end, I want to make sure that I give Cam great credit, and I want to make sure that I give Miss Samantha great credit. Okie doke. So your tic-tac-toe board, my desire for these 9 boxes is as I go through product tonight, I hope that you write down the products that you know you want to purchase. You know you have to ask questions on, or you're just being a good student and following along. Either way, I want you to have this thing filled out. If you need to take notes on the back, take notes on the back. Somebody asked me the other day, do I have to have Mary Kay in the center? No, you do not. My wonderful sister made me these tic-tac-toe boards, and when she made that, she put that in there because she thought it was cute. I don't care if you put Mary Kay in there or if you want to just fill that one in as well. Okie doke. So we're going to get started. As we go through the night, I'm going to pick that up and remind you of that. I'm going to tell you it's my desire tonight to make a new crease in your brain. I want you to giggle. I want you to think of me when you walk out of Food Line. I want you to think of me sometimes whenever you get ready for bed and giggle. Okay, this will make more sense in just a second. So the first thing I want to talk to you about is how much pressure we put on our face. Sometimes we're pulling it against the elasticity in our skin so much more than we need to be, and we don't realize it because we're not feeling pain. So if you think about this, if you walk out of Food Line and you have 6 bags of groceries and you pick them all up on your hands and you're just walking to your car, no big deal, right? But if you take that pointer finger away and you're just using these 3 weak fingers, you are speed walking to the parking lot, aren't you? Because it's painful. So if you can think about that, even though you don't feel pain when you're touching your skin, you're pulling against the elasticity of your skin much more than you would be with these 3 weak fingers. So you're fighting against yourself. So try to keep that pointer finger off your face. They say it takes 21 days to make a habit, and I believe in you. You got 21 days, girl. You can figure that out. So morning and night, keep your finger off your face. Well, anytime, keep your pointer finger off your face. Second thing I want to say to you about your skin before we start is your eye socket area is so delicate. If you can think about it like putting a tissue putting a gift bag together with tissue paper, your eye socket area is that tissue paper. You know how sometimes when you're putting that bag together, your tissue paper looks all beautiful and then you pop your fingernail through it or you rip it, or your gift, as you're trying to wrap it and you're sitting it down in your bag, it'll bust through. So think about that as this delicate area. So anytime you're working in your eye socket area, you want to use your weakest finger, which is your ring finger, and it goes as the brow grows into the nose. Don't pull back against. When you're pulling back against, you're pulling against that elasticity. And once you pull that elasticity loose, it never reattaches. That is one of my questions for the Lord one day. People normally giggle when I say that because we all have lots of questions, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to ask him that one as well. So anytime you pull the elasticity loose in your eye socket area, girls, it never reattaches. So please, please, please be very careful when you're working in this socket area. I liken it to, somebody didn't understand that the other day. So I like to say, if I pull a muscle in my arm or in my leg, it takes about 6 or 8 weeks to reattach, but they never reattach in the socket area. So just make sure, weakest finger as the brow grows into the nose. Okay. So I'm gonna get started and tell you about some of my favorite things. The first product I'm going to tell you about is our oil-free eye makeup remover. I know that you can see that there's 2 solutions in there. Have a young lady that says it looks like a lava lamp, and she's right, it does. So the top solution is for waterproof, and the bottom is for everything else. The company says that you just need to turn it over to mix the 2. I just don't think that's quite as much fun, so I shake that sucker pretty hard. The name on this, somebody corrected me, said it is an oil-free eye makeup remover, and I'm pretty sure that's what I have said forever. It is a new and improved formula. It's for dry to oily skin. Anybody can use this. I even use it on little people to take off temporary tattoos. It takes chewing gum out of people's hair. Oh, my favorite one. My girlfriend Clea just did a bridal, and the young lady decided she needed to go potty one more time before she went down the aisle. So she gathered her dress up. She went to the potty. She came back, and as she stood up, she touched her lips to her dress and began to scream, as you probably would as well. And my girlfriend said, I don't know if it'll work, but let's try it. So she saturated a cotton pad and just dabbed, y'all. It took that lipstick right out of her wedding dress, and down the aisle she went. So praise God for that, right? So your oil-free eye makeup remover is $20. I definitely would put that on my tic-tac-toe board. Somewhere in the world, did y'all know we're in 35 countries now? Isn't that awesome? And we're #1, the #1 best-selling skincare and color cosmetics in the world is Mary Kay. I'm so excited to represent this company. So when you use this product, you're going to put it on your cotton pad. And if you remember, we're going to use that weakest finger, and I want you to lay it on your lashes. I want you to count to 5. And what you're doing when you're counting to 5 is you're allowing this product just to break down that mascara on your lashes. So then you can start moving your finger back and forth. Kind of makes sense? Don't pull and tug. This will absolutely, I started to say eat off, so I might as well go ahead and say it. Eat off anything that you've got waterproof, not waterproof. It will take it off. It's wonderful. Again, that's $20. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is our micellar water. Our micellar water acts like a little magnet, and I'm actually going to take my chin off with you. I've got another party at 8 o'clock, so I'm going to take the on up with them. How about it? But this micellar water, look at that. No more than I did. It is amazing, isn't it? I cannot get over how that takes everything off. It's 18. It doesn't have to be rinsed away. I about forgot my word. I mean, it's really a nice cleanser. This is something that I have a mama that works an odd shift, and she said these 2 items she keeps in her purse, and while she's in car line picking her kids up, she takes her makeup off, takes her eyes off. She says whenever we get to the house, I fix them a snack and I get in the shower and get ready for bed. I said, that's amazing. So she said, I got at least to have a clean face while she works in healthcare. So she said, before the kids get in the car, I got a clean face. I said, that's an idea. So the next thing I'm going to tell you about is our 4-in-1 cleanser. Our 4-in-1 cleanser does 4 things. It cleanses, it freshens, it sloughs, and it brightens. And when I say sloughs, there are little micro beads in here that you can see. I use the combination to oily, but can you see those little beads that are in there? That is going to do some sloughing of your skin. And the brightening agent is just that. It's going to brighten. Somebody asked me specifically about the brightening agent. It is not a spot treatment. You do use it all over, and it actually helps even out the skin tone, if that makes sense. So you're cleansing your skin, you're brightening your skin, you're hydrating your skin. And let me tell you that the difference in moisturizer and hydration, oil and hydration, I think moisturizer has gotten a bad rap for several years. If you're a combination to oily like me, we still need hydration. Sometimes we are so oily or we're so dry because we don't have our pH balanced. So please allow me to talk to you about your skin, because you may just be using the wrong thing if you're really oily or if you're really dry. Kind of makes sense. So your cleanser, I'm going to do with you guys tonight. I'm going to use my Sonic brush. It comes with a cleansing head. I can't get it to turn around my hand. It comes with a cleansing head. It snaps right on. I personally keep mine in the shower. It has a USB charge. It has 3 speeds to it. I love my brush. It does clean 85% better than with your fingertips alone. I'm just going to put some cleanser on my brush. The reason I showed you my cleanser before I started is I am using the combination to oily, so it's clear. should you be a normal to dry girl, your cleanser would be white. I am in the studio and I have wet towels in my little knockoff Yeti cup. So when you're using your brush, it does run for 60 seconds. I won't make y'all wait 60 seconds before I stop it, but it does run for 60 seconds. It does pulsate. They liken it to a bumblebee. You know how a bumblebee sits down on a petal? Look at that. Isn't that crazy? How much it done? And I'll show it to you. See, it's not rotating. It's just pulsating. And they likened it to a bumblebee sitting on that flower petal. You know how it'll sit down on that flower petal and it'll extract all that pollen without ever damaging that beautiful petal? Same thing. That's what our intent was when we made that. Oh, I didn't do satin lips. I just thought of that. Let me show you satin lips. So, and our cleanser's 26. I don't think I said that. Our satin lips it comes with a sugar scrub, and it is, I have a young lady that always wants to know what the caloric intake is. It's just a sugar scrub. Y'all, Mary Kay did not put the caloric intake on this tube. She did not intend for us to eat it. However, it is just a sugar scrub. If you want to eat it, I will not judge you. But you just want to do circular motions. I hope y'all are giggling. I didn't bring a mirror over here. What was I thinking? It's right over there on my desk. But I love that exfoliant. And I know you know that no one has lips that exfoliate themselves. So if you're not using an exfoliant, you're not exfoliating your lips unless you're eating them off. Be honest. I know you've done it. So get you some lip scrub and stop eating your lips. And have you ever noticed it's your bottom lip? You normally don't have a lot of eating off of your top lip. And then your second step is a Shea Balm. Can't get it open. And it's just clear. I have one of these by my bed. I have one by my chair. I have one in the car. I've got one in the truck. I love these things. So they're 12 each, or you can do them for 22. So you do get a little bit of a deal with them together. Next thing I'm going to do is our charcoal mask. Did y'all see all the charcoal mask in our groups today? Wasn't that awesome? Thank you for all my wonderful, wonderful hostess, the hostess's mama on one group. You guys were amazing. I loved seeing that. This is what is concerning me a little bit, that I don't have a mirror, so I'm not sure what y'all are seeing. I bet you are laughing pretty good right now. In this streaming service that I'm learning, it's not my whole phone. It's about this big. So I have no idea where all I have this mask. But I want to show you my mask applicator as well. Look how little mask I have on there. My mask applicator is 12. When it first came out, y'all ain't gonna lie to you, I was thinking, I don't need that. I got fingers. God gave me good fingers. I can put my mask on my fingers. Well, God also gave me sense. Look at that. I didn't waste anything. Think about it. Whenever you're putting your mask on, you know how much you go and you wash down the sink after you put it on your face? I've probably saved $12 in mask going down the sink since I bought this little thing. Isn't that funny? So that's 12. Oh, I didn't tell you my brush is 75. Talisa, my daughter, and I went shopping and we were looking at them at the big box stores. And, you know, I love my brush and I've been using my brush for a couple of years now, a little over 2 years. And I love it. I use it twice a day. And for all my parties down here, I leave it in the shower. It is chargeable. But I had no idea how much they were at the big box stores. So you girls, you are getting a deal at 75 right there. My charcoal mask is 25. It's got peppermint extract in it. It's got honeysuckle extract in it. Has a brightening agent in it as well. As this mask dries, what's happening is it's pulling 4 times its weight of impurities out of your pores. Whether it be, let me say this, mosquito bites, bee stings. Randy and I were in the field back in the spring and got ate up with wheat mites like right around my sock area. I, of course, came in the house and put this on and all the itch was gone. And Randy, of course, scratched the blood out of himself. So there you go. He's a believer now. So you want to keep this around. You want to detox the stink in your armpits. This is your go-to. You want to detox your feet. This is your go-to. Your face and your feet have the biggest pores of your body. So I will put this on my feet about once a month and pop my little bottom right up on the side of the tub with a good book and read and let this pull it out. If you have white that's coming out, there's bacteria that it's pulling out. And if you have black spots that's coming out, that's excess oils that coming out. So you never know what's coming out. So you always want to look, or well, you may not. I have some girls that actually told me it reminded them of that pimple popper show. I personally have never seen that show, but they said with a magnifier, they could see the things coming out as their mask dried. So if you're into that kind of thing, get your magnifier. I hope you're giggling. Oh, and that's 25. Did I say that? Are y'all writing on your tic-tac-toe sheet? So that's 25. While this is drying, I'm going to tell you some of my favorite stuff before we go back to the skincare. Is that okay? First thing I want to show you is our Jiggle Cream. The correct name for this is not Jiggle Cream. The correct name for this is the Time Wise Body Targeted Action Toning Lotion. Ladies, if you've got anything that wiggles and jiggles on your body, this is what you want to put on it. From your shoulders to your knees. If it wiggles, if you have that extra wave, if you have the dimples on your bottom, on your belly, you know what I'm talking about. We all know. If you're 2 years old, you got some cellulite. Don't say that you don't. But this is what you want to put on it. It is 34. It hydrates for 24 hours. It is amazing. I used it the first time, honestly, because I wanted to be able to talk about it because I had never used it. And in my first bottle, I could tell that the dimples were going away. I was amazed. You will be as well. And I also want to say anything in our line that has the word Time Wise on it, there is anti-aging in it. So this has got anti-aging and toning in it. You will love it. Get you some. The next thing I'm going to tell you about is our microdermabrasion. Did I say that was 34, y'all? Your Jiggle Cream is 34. Your microdermabrasion. And you know, my deals and steals are up till midnight. So you got till midnight to get your deals and steals. So you got $10 off your brush. There's $10 off your microdermabrasion. And then the other is the peel. I'll tell you in just a second. But microdermabrasion, what this is it's got a refining crystals in it. I just dropped that. Can you see those little granulars in there? So there are refining crystals. And what's happening whenever you're doing this is it's a physical exfoliant. So the first thing when you're doing those little circular motions, you want to start with a clean face. I will tell you every now and then if I'm in a hurry, I will put my cleanser on my brush. And then I will put my microdermabrasion on my brush. And then I go at it in the shower. That is true confessions. Okay. But if you're doing it, you don't want to do it on dirty skin. You want to at least be cleansing while you're microderming. Okay. So this microdermabrasion, those refining crystals, I'm so sorry. While you have those, you're going to do circular motions. And what's happening, you're taking that first layer of dead skin cells off. And did you know that we have turnover like every 2 or 3 days? So you really need to be getting rid of that dead skin. If you're not getting rid of that dead skin, guess where it's at? Just laying there, making you look older. Get that stuff off. So the microdermabrasion, it's going to take that pore and open that pore up. So as you're continuing to do this, because you're going to do that for 2 minutes, okay? So while you're doing this, that pore is going to open all the way up, and you're getting inside that pore and unclogging anything that might be in there. So that's what that's doing. It's taking the first layer of dead skin off, and it's unclogging anything that could be clogged. So then you're going to rinse that away, and then your second step is called the pore minimizer. It's got a common ingredient in it. When you put it on, your skin is going to be like, oh yeah, girl, that feels good immediately. And then that great big pore standing wide open and clean is going to look like a drawstring, and it's going to go and be really, really small. And over time, they're not just shrinking your pores, but you're going to have less and less pores. I'm not sure how you were, but when I was growing up, I felt like I had craters on my face. When I would look in the mirror, I would be like, my goodness, my pores are so big. And I personally, on a daily basis, still use the pore minimizer because I feel like I have great big pores. 58. And that should last you about 5 months, according on how heavy-handed you are. I like to say that. I use mine. I leave it in the shower. This step is in my shower. And like I said, I really do them together with my brush. But it lasts me for about 5 months. And I'm kind of heavy-handed. I just am honest. The next thing I'm going to tell you about is our BLT. That is not the correct name of this either. The correct name of this is the Time Wise Replenishing C+ E Serum. Girls, This stuff is amazing. I call it the BLT. Most of my customers say I need more BLT because it brightens, it lightens, and it tightens. So this is and we, thank you, Mary Kay, are the only company in the world that has figured out how to put vitamin C and E, fresh vitamin C and E, in a tube. So when you're expressing the product out, start with one pump. If you need to, get a second one, but you just can't put it back so that no bacteria can grow and that you're getting fresh vitamins. I do love that there's a window so you can see when you're running out, so you won't run out when you're low. You can yell at me and I'll get you another one. This is 60. I personally use this on my chest. I use it on my neck. I use it on my face, and I use it on my ears a couple times a week because I want to look the same age all the way up. I have somebody that has shared with me that this is working on their stretch marks. I chose to give it a little try. My stretch marks are 34 years old. Y'all, it's working on my stretch marks. It blew me away. BLT, brightens, lightens, and tightens. My eye patches, I call these cappuccino in a jar. They do take all the inflammation out. They hydrate the area. They made them to look kind of like a rose petal is what the original intent was. And I've had several people since then tell me they look like fishing lures. And I can't really complain because they are kind of shiny, like a fishing lure. But when you put the eye patches on, you're going to take the skinny end towards your nose and lay them out like that. I personally, y'all, will use them in my marionette lines and across my forehead. So if you caught me on a day that I'm doing mine, you might see me with 5 on my face. Anywhere these go, it's going to plump. And what happens when you're plumping? You're looking less and less wrinkled. So get you some of these, right? There's 60 patches in here. I love to tell the story. I have one gentleman that puts these on every morning at the coffee pot as he picks up his to-go cup and he gets in his car. And when he gets finished with his commute and getting out, he takes them off and he has a cup in his cup holder in the car that has used eye patches in them. You can't reuse them. I just want you to know that's where he's disposing of them. So I, of course, don't have that luxury because I put my face on before I go out. I put my makeup on, that's what I mean. But he does them on a daily basis. And the company says when you do them 2 to 3 times a week, by the 3rd week, you keep that plumpness. It's not a quick fix. But if you're not somebody that's consistent with them and you got a family reunion to go to, you got a party. I had a girlfriend, this was last Christmas. This was hilarious. Her son came home from college and she didn't know it. And she said, I was sitting in the recliner with the remote control and I had 5 of these eye patches on, and he came in and he was like, Mom, and she said, just don't say nothing. But the next day was their Christmas thing with the family. So she was getting her quick fix in and plumping that skin up. So that's, and those are 40, did I say that? So there's 60 patches in here for 40. My facial peel is a chemical peel. So I told you about the exfoliant, which is a physical exfoliant. This is a chemical peel. So this is chemical. When you use this one, this is white. So when you rub it in, it's going to go on clear, like a moisturizer. Kind of feels like a moisturizer. So I really ask you first to set your clock for 10 minutes. Because if you're like me, I don't feel it. Some people say they feel a little tingle, but I don't feel anything when I put this on. So what this is doing in that first 10 minutes is going through the first, the second, the third, and the 4th derma layer. And any dead, dormant cells, it's pulling out. So once you remove this after 10 minutes, and you want to do it in the evening because you don't want any sun on your face for 6 hours. Okay, doke. So after you do this, take it off. In the next 6 hours, it's going to go through the 5th layer, the 6th layer, and the 7th layer of your derma. And it's saying, come on, y'all, get out. So it's pulling all the dead, dormant cells so that our bodies can rejuvenate ourselves the way that the Lord made us. So this is what somebody said, so that makes new skin. Yeah, it's Botox in a bottle without the surgery, without the needle. So this is 68. And this will last you 6 or 8 months, according on how heavy-handed you are. I need you to know, again, I use it on my neck and I use it on my face. And y'all, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. So your neck back here needs to be taken care of. So I'm going to take my mask off, but I want to ask you, I can see comments on this platform, I just can't see who's commenting. So I'm going to ask you to answer a question for me. If you ran out of mascara tonight, if you ran out of body care tonight, if you needed moisturizer tonight, be honest, put it in the comments. Where would you go? I really want to know while I'm taking this mask off. Give me just a second, not speak. But throw it in the comments. Where would you go? And somebody was asking me about our charcoal mask. It is not a peel. I should have said that before I started taking it off. It is water soluble. Somebody was telling me about a TikTok that's out and people were damaging their skin. Did y'all see how simple that came off? The reason that I ask you where you go is because I want to tell you where your money goes whenever you decide to purchase Mary Kay. To Cameron. Okay. The reason that I say I want to know where you go is because I want to tell you a little bit about Mary Kay. This is why I keep 2 bottles. Ain't that the truth? I preach. I agree. I couldn't agree more. Before I became a consultant, you would not catch me without an extra one of everything because of that. I promise you. And I've used the product since 1996, and I was the exact same way. So should you decide that you want to purchase from me, I want to let you know that you're not just purchasing from somebody that I hope you think is a good person, but I want you to know that you're purchasing from a good company. I need to hold this so I make sure I go over the rest of that because I'm looking at my time at 7:26. I am an independent contractor with Mary Kay Cosmetics, and what that means is I order from the company and they put them on a FedEx truck and send them to me, and then I sell them to y'all. The reason that I want to tell you a little bit about the company is because when you use our products and you're washing them down the sink, I want you to know we're just a good company. We've put oysters in the bay. We are zero landfill. We've planted 1.3 million trees. We have, everything in Mary Kay is made right here in the United States. I don't know if you guys know that or not. So there is no, nothing is imported. And when you purchase and use Mary Kay and run it down the sink and need more, there's 5,000 people that are having jobs and appreciating you at dinner at night because you're using these products. We are the #1 best-selling brand in the color industry and in the skincare industry and in the combined. So all 3 of those, we are #1 in the world. Praise God, right? We have given 60 million to the Cancer Research Foundation and 80 million to domestic violence. And I was reading because I wanted to make sure that I said that right. I did not know this. Did y'all know when we started doing cancers that afflict women research, somebody explained that the other day. In the 70s and 80s, did you know they only researched cancers that afflicted men? So Mary Kay Ash is the reason that there is women research today. Praise God. I mean, I'm just so enamored by her Holy Spirit led life. I'm so thankful that she did what the Lord wanted her to do and opened up these doors for all these women and all this research. Okay, anyway, are you filling out your tic-tac-toe board? I hope so. I'm going to tell you about these real quick. The rest of my skincare, so my cleanser, put it on, take it off. Moisturizer, put it on, leave it on. So if you are looking for a basic skincare, this is your basic skincare. This is 60. Cleanser lasts you about 4 months. I have some people that reorder every 2 months. I have some people that order every 7 months. Again, however heavy-handed you are. And your moisturizer. So those 2 are 60. And when you add the Day Defender and the Night Recovery, it becomes the Miracle Set. So I want to tell you about these 2 real quick. So your Day Defender has got an SPF of 30 in it. It's got resveratrol and it's got vitamin B3. And I was likened it to, it's going to keep everything in place. It's going to put it where it needs to be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not just at 6 a.m. whenever you're doing your daytime defender. And if you're somebody that is in the sun, direct sunlight, you know you need sunscreen. But please make sure you're putting it on your ears and your neck, even back here. Okie dokie. In the evening, your nighttime defender, can you see those beads in there? And I'm going to say it the correct way by reading this. These have special NutriBeads Duo. They burst to release resveratrol and a blend of vitamin derivatives with every use. Again, remember how I told you a while ago, all of our stuff has been, don't squirt out more than you need because you can't put it back. Same deal. When you're squirting this out, start with 1 pump and then add to it. So when you go from your basic skincare of 60 to your miracle set, it's 116. And then when you add the eye cream, it's 150. Okie doke. Everybody needs eye cream. A couple times a week, I ask that you take your eye cream and just massage those earlobes. Go ahead and giggle if you want to, but you know you've seen somebody in the grocery store and her earlobes were really saggy and you were thinking, oh, you've wore really heavy earrings. That's part of it. Make sure that you're using something to firm those earlobes. Are y'all giggling? I hope you're giggling, but it's true. So that's that. And then I also want to make sure, because of this time of year, we're going to be seeing family and stuff. We have all of our skincare in the travel sets. If you need to jump on a plane and don't want to take your big stuff with you and then take it away from you. I'm going to read you just a little bit out of this pamphlet, and then I'm going to do my closing. Are y'all ready for me to do my closing? You can write 1, 2, 3. I'm going to ask you 3 questions in just a second. So this skincare that I'm telling y'all about, you can see results in 2 days. Praise God, 2 days. Fewer visible lines and wrinkles, increased firmness, improved radiance, added hydration, improved skin texture, and better overall appearance. Don't we all want that? And that's in just 2 weeks. It does have age-defying peptides, vitamin B3, and encapsulated resveratrol. They're proven products with 3 simple steps twice a day. I mean, you just can't beat it, right? So again, that is your set. It will be 3 steps in the morning, and I like to hold it when I say it. I know part of you are like, girl, I've seen you do this before. So in the morning, you're going to put it on, take it off, put it on, leave it on, put it on, leave it on. And then at night, you're going to put it on, take it off, put it on, leave it on, put it on, leave it on. And if you're really, really lazy and do not want to do this, leave this by your bed. So if you can at least cleanse your face before you're into the bedroom, if this is sitting beside your bed, you can lay there and put this on. This is the other thing. I hope I'm going to leave you laughing. If you do not take your makeup off before you go to bed, you're aging your skin 7 to 11 days. Every night. 7 to 11 days. Is that not crazy? I'm not going to lie to you. When I heard that, I was 26 years old and had never washed my face at night. Why? I didn't think I was that cute, y'all. I just didn't know. And you know, you don't know what you don't know. So if you didn't know that, I am thankful that I get to say that to you tonight. So when you go to bed tonight and every night for the rest of your life, I hope you hear me say 7 to 11 days. Wash your face at night, ladies. Please wash your face at night. Are you giggling? All right. Oh, and I didn't tell you this. This reimagined set came a lot of scientists, what am I trying to say? Research. And I had the privilege of getting to talk to one of our scientists named Laura twice last week. And she was sharing with us, did you know when you daily use head to toe anti-aging and hydration, you dramatically reduce dementia, Alzheimer, and arthritis. Y'all, what a blessing. Just for doing something to take care of yourself, you dramatically reduce dementia, Alzheimer, and arthritis. I'm so excited that they did that test panel. I'm so excited that I'm part of this company. So here we go. Are you ready? Question number 1 is, do you want to be my customer? Yes or no? Thank you. If you have a Mary Kay consultant that takes care of you from head to toe, I want you to know whatever you decide to purchase tonight at this party is going to help Miss Samantha and Miss Cam. And after midnight, I'll send you right back to that consultant because we don't take each other's customers in Mary Kay. Okay. However, if you do not have a consultant that takes care of you from head to toe, I'm your girl. And I promise I'll take the very best care of you I can. Question number 2, y'all want to do what we just did? When you have your own party tonight, when you have your own party like we did tonight, your hostess is earning $25 to spend at your party, but then you can get all the same stuff that she's doing. So I'll post in the group what her hostess credits are. So question number 2, yes or no, thank you. And then question number 3 is an eye care chat. Y'all heard all about my skin. Y'all heard about this. When you allow me to give you a buzz at that telephone number and give me, 7 minutes. Give me 7 minutes to ask you about your skin because I care about your skin. I want to make sure that I give you the very best care I possibly can. So question number 1, you want to be my customer? Yes or no, thank you. Question number 2, you want a party? Yes or no, thank you. And question number 3, will you answer the phone when I call for an eye care chat? Yes or no, thank you. Alrighty. So one thing that I am going to do is when we hang up, I'm going to post my closing sheet because I got a few little deals for you. I'm excited. You guys are the first time I've used a deal sheet. So I'm going to post that in your groups and then I will follow up with each one of you. For the ones of you that text this to me right now, go ahead and take a picture of it because you know when you get off this phone, there's dishes in the sink. Somebody's going to be hollering or wanting something. So just take a picture of it right now. Snap a picture is what I'm trying to say. Snap a picture of it for me right now and PM it to me. And just for doing that, you're going to get something from me as a thank you. Okie doke. I hope you guys have a blessed evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. And I look forward to taking care of all of your skincare, color, and body needs for the rest of my life. I love you guys. Thank you. Good night.